It's time for Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero. When it comes to news on 95.1 FM, weather always comes first. A weather system moving over an intense ridge of high pressure will produce potential for explosive severe storms in the Midwest. Damaging winds, large hail, and a couple of tornadoes are possible. Oppressive heat and humidity expands across the south and mid-south. Closer to home, portions of the area will continue to see a slight chance for showers and storms, also dry lightning, gusty winds, and areas of blowing dust. We'll have another look at the weather following this news. As previously reported here on KALH, last Saturday, June 24th, the Alamogordo Fire Department was called to a structure fire. Police arrived at the scene and found a mobile home fully engulfed in flames. One victim was pulled from that fire, and although life-saving measures were taken, that individual passed away on scene. No other injuries have been reported from this fire. The Fire Investigations Unit revealed that the fire was accidental and the death was fire-related. You know, it's not quite as hot as it was, but there are still some concerns, as we hear from Lieutenant William Skaggs of the Alamogordo Fire Department.
As the head of the Fire Investigations Unit, we are bracing for intensified wildfire conditions. Our fire danger is high and will only increase as the 4th of July approaches. With the scalding summer heat that is expected in the next few weeks, and the lack of rainfall expected throughout southeast New Mexico. Even if we do get rainfall, it would take a substantial amount to change the fire conditions. Here are a few tips to help keep wildfires away. Keep your vehicles off dry grass. Check your tires, bearings, and safety chains on your trailers to prevent sparks. Keep sparks away from dry vegetation. Check conditions and regulations before you use fireworks or consider safe alternatives. Please have a safe and happy 4th of July.
Speaking of fireworks,
1 in 5 pets go missing on the 4th of July because of fireworks, which to animals are horrifying explosions. Jumping over or digging under fences to escape the danger they feel, they'll run terrified in streets to be hit by cars or disappear to horrible deaths in canyons. Because the captured, terrified pets then have to be housed at animal control facilities, already overflowing with abandoned dogs and cats waiting for rescue or adoption, please remember, supervise your pets at all times and keep them inside with the rest of your family. Before stressful situations, take your dog for a long walk. Tire him or her out and use a calming supplement. Then carefully crate or supervise them. For suggestions on how to manage your pet's stress, visit our Facebook page, Animal Village NM, or the website, animalvillagenm.org.
Sonny Eris speaking with Crazy Radio. The Alamogordo Center of Commerce presents the July 4th Parade Salute to Freedom, happening on Tuesday, July 4th at 10 a.m. along the regular parade route. That's 10th Street from Oregon to New York Avenue. If you have any questions, call 575-437-6120. The City of Alamogordo presents the annual July 4th celebration fireworks display, happening on Tuesday, July 4th at the New Mexico Space Museum beginning at 9:15 p.m. Sarah Morrow joins us now addressing recent rumors.
Rumors online suggest that Bonito Lake is open for camping or fishing. However, this is not the case. Bonito Lake is still closed due to the Little Bear fire that occurred in 2012. Many people are eager to return to enjoying Bonito Lake, but the lake needs to be safe for everyone before it is reopened. Some campsites and fishing areas are scheduled to reopen next year. Please do not attempt to access Bonito Lake. The area is still closed to the public, and significant safety hazards are present. For Crazy Radio, I'm Sarah Morrow.
Well, today is Friday. Let's check in with Kitty City.
Hi, this is Kathy Denton from Kitty City NM, and welcome to this week's edition of Cat Chat. This week, Kitty City is featuring magnificent Meg. Meg is a senior cat at 10 years old. It is not an exaggeration to call this girl a lover and a sweetheart. Meg is a long-haired tabby with a beautiful face. She is gray with evenly spaced tabby markings. She has lots of white on her mouth, chest, and feet, and a sweet white stripe right down her nose. Meg has been with her family for her whole life until this past May. Her owners have had to move to Alaska and could not take her with them. They brought her to Kitty City so we could find a wonderful forever home for her. Meg is gentle, friendly, and affectionate. This adorable kitty loves a lap to sit on. The other day, one of our volunteers knelt down on the floor to pet Meg. Meg came right over to the volunteer and placed both her front paws in the volunteer's lap. Meg then stretched up to the volunteer's face and gave her a kiss. What a sweetheart. Meg craves attention and companionship with a special human. Meg has tendon damage in her right shoulder that causes a permanent limp, but this does not slow her down nor dampen her sweet personality. Meg is spayed and vaccinated and microchipped. Meg needs a loving home with a special human that will be her forever friend. This lovely cat deserves a perfect home. We guarantee she will return all the love and affection you give her and more. Come see Meg and all the other beautiful cats and kittens at Kitty City NM at 56 Stanley Ranch Road, or visit our website at www.kittycitynm.com. You can see all our cats and kittens at our website. Kitty City wishes everyone a happy and safe 4th of July weekend. Kitty City will not be at the White Sands Mall tomorrow, July 1, for an adoption event, but we will be back at the mall all the rest of the July Saturdays, July 8, 15, 22, and 29, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with cats and kittens. And Kitty City will feature dogs for adoption from Alamogordo Animal Control. Happy Independence Day. Come celebrate all month and give the gift of forever freedom to a wonderful, sweet cat or kitten. Kitty City and you. Nobody loves them better.
Friend to the radio station and the community, Pastor Warren Robinson has retired. Warren and I spoke briefly yesterday afternoon.
So in the African Methodist Episcopal Church, our rule of discipline says at 75, you can't be a pastor, you can't be a presiding elder, and you can't be a bishop. So I've reached the age of 75. By law and by my age, I have to step down from that position. Now, I'm going to stay in the church, and I'll be doing other things, but I just resigned from my position because at 75, I have to retire from those duties.
I asked him now that he has some free time, will he be doing some hunting and fishing?
Whatever God brings to me, I'm going to take it graciously and move on the best that I can.
Warren tells me he will still be involved in the church, just no longer with a titled position. You can still hear Warren every Thursday here on Crazy Radio as he shares some inspirational words. News from around the state in just a moment. This is Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.
AlamogordoTownNews.com is a locally owned website featuring local news matters from a local perspective that affects you, and we bring it to you directly. Plus, local sports, cultural arts, and events. Online, AlamogordoTownNews.com. Owned and operated by Second Life Media. We are Otero County.
The Alamogordo Center of Commerce presents the 3rd annual Tularosa Basin Open Golf Tournament. Saturday, August 26th at Desert Lakes Golf Course, featuring celebrity guest John Carlos. Contact the Center of Commerce today to sponsor our guest speaker, breakfast and lunch, golf handbag, and more. Golfers, call Desert Lakes at 575-439-0290 to secure your spot in the 4-man scramble best ball tournament. See you on the green.
Directory Plus is the right size book. It's the book if you need a phone book.
That's what just one person has to say about Directory Plus. With its red cover, features, colorful yellow pages, and lots more, it's no wonder people all over use Directory Plus.
It has so much more information. You can cross-check phone numbers or addresses or pretty much anything.
Look on the plus side, Directory Plus.
I'm a big fan of Directory Plus.
The Archdiocese of Santa Fe has commented on the arrest of former Archdiocese priest Daniel Balazan, who's accused of clergy sexual abuse of a minor. The Archdiocese said it learned of the abuse allegations against Balazan in 2022 and reported those to the authorities. Balazan was then the pastor of Santa Maria de la Paz in Santa Fe prior to his official dismissal in August. The Archdiocese of Santa Fe reaffirms they have a zero-tolerance and unwavering dedication to ensuring the safety and well-being of the community members, especially the vulnerable. This past Wednesday, David Mancha of Las Cruces slammed into a passing car while crossing one of the busiest intersections in town. Las Cruces Police Department officials say Mancha was riding west on his bicycle on the sidewalk and he failed to stop. Instead, he continued through the intersection without dismounting and slammed into an SUV which was traveling south. The driver of that car remained on scene and cooperated with police. Witnesses told police the car seemed to be following the speed limit and was crossing the intersection on a green light. David Mancha succumbed to his injuries. He was 50 years old. Investigators continue to investigate the crash. 1 week ago today, just past 5:30 a.m., 47-year-old Paul Tafoya, a custodian for Kennedy Middle School in Albuquerque, almost lost his life for showing up to work. Someone shot Tafoya in his back twice. Bullet holes were noticeable on a sign that sits on Kennedy Middle School's property. Police say bullet fragments are in Tafoya's neck and back in some areas that could even cause paralysis if removed improperly. Tafoya's family began a GoFundMe page to help with the hospital costs. They set a goal of $5,000, but as of this past Wednesday, they are more than $7,300. Tafoya is expected to be released from the hospital sometime this Wednesday. A New Mexico Islamic Center believes they are the target of a hate crime after vandals broke in and left thousands of dollars in damages. Someone went as far as ripping up a Quran and then pouring a drink on it. Members say surveying the damage inside the place of worship is a hard scene to look at.
They are not coming to steal. They are coming to destroy a worship place. That's what the sad part about it. They went and ripped the Quran, Holy Qurans, and poured beer on it. They went and stabbed like the whole entire a drywall.
Amen Ben Suda oversees the property located in Portales, but was out of the country when he says his daughter reported the center had been vandalized. He spoke with KRQE.
She told me that they tear up everything, and she showed me the video while she was really, really hurt and crying.
Along with the holes in the walls and a door, they found alcohol left behind, furniture destroyed, trash everywhere. The vandals left a framed photo of Jesus of Nazareth placed on top of the rubble. Then a second break-in took place the night of June 23rd, and then again on the 27th. Total damages are estimated at around $40,000. The roughly 20 people who use that center no longer feel safe. Portales police have not yet classified the case as a hate crime as of yet. New Mexico has a long history with space travel. Do you remember the rocket sign at city limits? New Mexico's Rocket City. The land of enchantment still has a big hand in space travel today. Scott McLaughlin of Spaceport America spoke with KOAT.
New Mexico can play a major role in everything going on in space in terms of going to moon, going to space stations.
Virgin Galactic, the suborbital space tourism company, founded by British billionaire Richard Branson, completed their first commercial space flight yesterday. These spaceships don't launch like others. Virgin ships are carried by a modified airplane and then released at the appropriate height, meaning they launch horizontally.
It will glide for just a brief moment, and then the engines will light off. And at that point in time, it's a rocket ship, same as any other, headed towards space.
Chris Orwell from the New Mexico Museum of Space History. The flight hosted members of the Italian Space Force and the National Research Council of Italy. The mission consisted of multiple research experiments related to microgravity. The company expects to begin more commercial services out of the spaceport within the next few months. Experts say space tourism could have a positive impact on small communities, such as Truth or Consequences. You know, my mother's maiden name is Branson. I wonder if Sir Richard is a distant relative. Uncle Richard, I'd like to go to space with you.
Volunteer with us and keep Alamogordo clean. Join the District 5 Neighborhood Cleanup Initiative. Want to help? Want to help? Fill out the waiver form by clicking the link in this social media post. Also, dump your junk. Saturday, July 15th from 7 a.m. to noon. Saturday, July 15th from 7 a.m. to noon. Start District 5's cleanup initiative by dumping trash, bulky, and unwanted items in the dumpster on the corner of 5th and Florida. Volunteer and let's keep Alamogordo clean.
Your Crazy Radio spot-on weather forecast for the Tularosa Basin today calls for mostly cloudy skies, becoming sunny, winds gusting as high as 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 21, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in the basin, 97, low tonight 68, high tomorrow 98 degrees. In Cloudcroft, mostly cloudy skies, winds gusting as high as 25. Mostly clear tonight, winds gusting as high as 25, sunny tomorrow. Your high today in Cloudcroft, 75, low tonight 51, high tomorrow 75 degrees. Local breaking news can be found on our website, alamogordotownnews.com, and you can learn more about Crazy Radio by visiting kalhradio.org. That concludes today's edition of Alamogordo Town News on Crazy Radio. I'm Anthony Lucero.